So this has been, excuse me, this has been a tough week, tougher for some than others. Um, to begin with, before we came out here, we had an internal conversation about a statement that went out from Mr. Moore. And while it's not required that his statements go through the entire board, I suggested that perhaps in the future, statements on sensitive subject matter should, and especially if you have someone on the board who might know a bit about it, might have a little sensitivity to it, and a little bit of knowledge in terms of the community we're speaking to, that in the future we change that around a bit. And that was met favorably, I think. And those are issues that we'll take care of internally. A word about Mr. Moore. I speak with him regularly, and this week I had the opportunity to meet with him and the Deputy Mayor Larry Ryan, who's here with us. And I'm not, I don't know how to say this otherwise than just say it, is that Mr. Moore is a special person. Whenever something happens, he reflexively goes into protective mode for his students. Anything to protect them from bullying, from racism, from anti-Semitism, he does it all. And we talk and we meet on a regular basis. And I can't speak for my whole community. I can only speak for the people that live on Lakeview Drive with me, but he is a friend of our community, that's for sure. This is, I never thought in a million years that when I ran for Board of Ed or was fortunate enough to be elected that I would be expected or want to speak about something going on the other end of the world. But it does feel like something should be said. To begin with, there's a local flavor to this, which is painful. The kid who used to work in my backyard, I think you handed him his diploma last year, and now he's in Israel for a year. The young man up the street came home for the Jewish holidays, and now he's in a tank near Lebanon. There are so many military families in this town. Someone told me that their son's a Marine and they can't get a hold of him, and they're concerned that he's been deployed somewhere dangerous. So this is very difficult. The emotions are high. But we have to keep our eyes on the ball. As educators, I've educated a lot of kids in my career, and teachers, superintendents, everyone who's here tonight is here because we care about the kids and that about the children. And that means a proper education, reading, writing, and arithmetic. But it's also okay to point out good versus evil. How you do that is different for everybody, what grade they're in, their level of ability to understand. But, you know, someone asked me right after the news came from Israel, aren't you going to pray for all the innocent victims of a war? And I said, I absolutely do, and I will, and I know everyone in my community does. As soon as a war starts, this was a massacre. This was, let's find the Jews and let's kill the Jews. It shouldn't be that hard for us to make a distinction between the babies and the baby killers, the rapist and the woman who's raped and paraded around town. I don't want to have a political discussion. I'm happy to talk to anybody. I'm just here to say that it's okay to point out there are good guys and there are evil guys. We all think that we're such good people that, you know, if I had been around or if you had been around, you know, years ago, we would have spoken, we would have stood up and said something. Maybe we would have, maybe we wouldn't have. If I had been lucky enough to be living in the United States in the 30s and 40s, when Jewish civilization was almost wiped out, I hope I would have said something, but I don't know. But I'm saying something now. This was a massacre. My heart is with the people who suffered, and it's okay to point out to our children that there are good guys and there are evil guys, and we stand with the good guys. Thank you.